Well, here we go again. Just 2 weeks ago, I was extolling the virtues of the new Skyliner as a great addition to Disney's transportation system. As usual, I posted my Friday video, and the next day, America lost its collective mind. At about 8:30 p.m. on Saturday, October 5th, Disney Skyliner cabin number 108 failed to catch the rope while leaving Disney's Riviera Beach station en route to the turn station at the Boardwalk Resort on the Trinidad International Gateway line. Several yellow gondolas then slowly banged one by one into the hanging teal cabin, causing at least one gondola's windows to pop out and break on the ground. The system was immediately stopped by cast members. I'd like to think it was Zach, who was later seen in photos, but who knows? And at least one of the gondolas that was following was held at an awkward angle. This unexpected downtime, as Disney representatives called it, was on the low-speed loading line, not the high-speed cableway. Of course, my heroes at Reedy Creek Fire Rescue responded with their brand new 116-foot E1 tower, leaving their 173-foot Bronto Skylift, as well as the two other ladder trucks and quarters. Officials said roughly 30 of the 32 firefighters on shift Saturday night were called out to the evacuation. Mutual aid was requested, and firefighters from Orange and Osceola counties covered the empty RCFD stations. Cast members along with district firefighters removed all the guests that had been left stranded on the line running from Riviera Beach all the way to Epcot and back. After cabin 108 was moved off the main line onto a side track, the rest of the guests were assisted off at the station by cast members. Though numbers vary as to the number of patients assisted by Reedy Creek EMS, initial reports were that 6 guests were evacuated from one cabin using a new aerial platform ladder truck and transported to local hospitals by Reedy Creek ambulances. On Monday, following the incident, a Disney spokesman offered a statement to Fox News saying, "We have a team diligently looking into the cause of Saturday's malfunction on the Epcot line of the Disney Skyliner. We've been in contact with the guests, many of whom were on the Skyliner for more than 3 hours until we were able to restart the system. We express our sincere apologies for the inconvenience and continue to work with each guest individually." By that Tuesday, Erica Washington, another spokesperson for Reedy Creek, confirmed to USA Today that 3 people were hospitalized during the gondola accident. And, according to the Orlando Sentinel, at least one of the people hospitalized had been stuck on the gondolas, though it remained unclear if the other 2 people had also been trapped on the ride. Guests that had been stranded were given water as they alighted at the stations, and they were also offered park hopper tickets and Disney gift cards. Some guests complained about the heat on social media, and they weren't all that impressed with the unair-conditioned gondolas. Principal architect with Walt Disney Imagineering, Dean Husband, says that when it comes to climate control, each of the Disney Skyliner cabins has a design that really focuses on cross-ventilation, and also the windows of the capsule are tinted to reduce direct sunlight. The Union firefighters were advising that the incident could have been much worse. Sean Pierce, lieutenant paramedic and union rep, said, "We've gotten lucky, and we needed to stop pushing our luck." He said if this had been between noon and 4 p.m. and you had 100 cars with anywhere from 4 to 10 people on each, and you had to extricate those people off the vehicles, well, it's going to take a lot more time, and 32 people aren't going to get it done. The union said in negotiations with the district that they'd be willing to forego raises if the district would just hire more firefighters. Reedy Creek Administrator John Class said the union is using safety concerns as a bargaining chip for the new contract. Now, I'm not going to lie, I've been really impressed with the new stuff that Reedy Creek has purchased in the way of specialized equipment to aid in the Skyliner rescue, like the new Emergency 1 tower ladder, the insanely high Bronto Skylift 173-foot bucket truck. Yeah, go ahead and tell me I didn't call that one in that earlier video on the Skyliner rescue apparatus. The MEC Titan 60-foot self-propelled scissor platform, and of course, the Hourglass Lake rescue barge. But no matter how cool or how state-of-the-art the equipment is, it doesn't do you a darn bit of good if you don't have the firefighters to operate it. They need more firefighters at Reedy Creek. You remember, there were only 6 people evacuated by the fire department, and only 3 ambulances were needed. This really wasn't a major event. As a matter of fact, there have already been a simulated recreation on Reddit. Really, it could have been a lot worse. Remember, guests on the gondolas were in contact with Disney cast members. Guests who waited for more than 3 hours in the gondolas made the best out of a bad situation by sending out their dilemma on social media. Some guests were not amused at all. Some with valid complaints and some not so much. During this period, Disney started clearing Cabin 108 from the main line and restarting the system to be able to evacuate the system normally and safely without using fire apparatus. Can you imagine if all the gondolas on this line needed to be evacuated using the rescue apparatus? Or if there was a system-wide failure and all the lines stopped? They need to deploy all the equipment, including the rescue barge and the other 2 tower ladders. 32 firefighters is nowhere near enough. Now, I'm sure they would recall off-duty firefighters, but how long would it take and how many could they count on them being available? In the meantime, guests could be stuck in the sun on a hot August day. Now, this really is a worst-case scenario, but that's what firefighters are trained to expect. Like on September 20th, 76 people were evacuated from the monorail, 3 of whom were treated, and 1 was taken to a local hospital. At most, the monorail can hold about 150 people. What if an event of this size had occurred on the Skyliner? Start counting every gondola on a line and multiply it by 10, and you can see what emergency responders would be facing in a worst-case scenario. For several days after the Skyliner incident, cast members were stationed outside of each station, informing guests the Skyliner was closed. That Wednesday, gondolas were still not moving on the Epcot line. However, we did observe them moving on the Hollywood Studios line, but there were no guests on board. In the meantime, Disney engineers will continue to work with Doppelmayr, the builder who also maintains the maintenance contract, and they'll be fixing the glitches. I still think the Skyliner will turn out to be a great asset to Disney transportation and will become a convenient way to move about the property. I just hope one small incident doesn't make Disney reconsider an expansion of the system. But just in case, use the conveniently located restrooms before you climb aboard the most magical flight on Earth. Emmy's not too keen on heights. She'd rather take the elevator than the stairs, so it'll be a few minutes before she can check on your likes and comments. I hope you enjoyed the video too, and if you did like it, why don't you give it a big thumbs up? That way, I'll know I'm on the right track to keeping you entertained and informed. And if you'd like to see more of this kind of video, all you have to do is subscribe. Remember, it's free, just mash on that red subscribe button. But remember, when you do subscribe, don't forget to click on that bell icon. That way you'll be notified the next time I upload a video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.